Hello everyone. For this review, we've got the Studio Series 86 Autobot Blaster and Eject. This guy should be available pretty much everywhere right now, so if you got him on pre-order or you don't and you want to pick it up, this should be pretty easy to find. So we've got a cutout box. We've got some nice artwork. The colors are really nice. Whoever did the art for this is a great job. On the side, we get his face and ejects. On the back, some representation on what you can expect from this figure. He's got a nice little diorama that he comes with, like all the 86. And you've got the artwork again on the side, and you get this cutout of 86. And then, of course, on the top, you get Transformers the movie. I've been looking forward to getting this. I've got the original Legacy release, but these colors, these are the animated colors. So let's get him out of the packaging, take a look at him, do some comparisons, and see how this holds up. Okay, so here he is out of the package. I've got the backdrop up here just to kind of show off for the review. I personally don't keep the backdrops generally. I've kept a few, like the one that came with Ultra Magnus because it was so big. If you're going to display these on the shelf and you have a good number of things to display with it, these backdrops, they just take up a lot of room. But as centerpieces, these are excellent. So um, I like it that they provide the backdrops. I think it's a cool idea. Now for the figures, I don't know what it is about these colors, these animation colors, like the grays, the blue that they use here. These colors just really pop. Even the going from the dark gray to the white paint on the head. I don't mind the window being painted. It just kind of adds to that animation look. I am curious, for those who are watching, if you weren't kids during the G1 era, what you guys think about the colors. And I'm going to bring up the initial releases here in a moment. Um, I don't know if it's nostalgia that makes these colors better or if they are really popping, but to me, these colors just pop. Um, there are no mold differences with this release. It's just paint. This guy's painted up differently. Eject is painted up differently. I mean, he's really nice. Like, it's really hard to tell. Let me see if I can force the camera to, there we go. But the face is painted yellow. The eyes are painted blue. There's a lot of detail in that figure. It's just amazing. Um, I do wish they gave Eject some weapons. So let's pull Eject out of the way for a moment. And here is the initial release of Blaster. I've heard people call this the toy colors, and I would say, yeah, that's closer to what they are. Although the face colors are probably a little bit too dark, and there's definitely two different tones here. So the top of the head is a different tone than the face. And on the 86, this is, top is white, face is white. Um, there is light piping for the initial release, and on the 86, the eyes are painted, so it helps eyes stand out a little bit better. And then they give this really dark colored plastic. It is blue, but because you got that red back there, it makes it kind of difficult, to see color there. It just kind of registers as black. Um, the inner area of the shoulders are painted black. Um, those are probably the biggest differences. And I don't know, I just like the 86 colors better. I was gonna say I like the feet are painted gray on here too. So there's that. Um, and then with eject, I I appreciate the clear plastic that they used and the gold paint. It makes it unique. I still like the 86 colors better. Let's see if I can get these guys up on camera. Here we go. Yeah, they're just same figure, but that color, the differences in the color just make them just stand out like two different characters. It's just like night and day. All right, so let's get them into boombox mode and we'll compare those. Okay, so here we have Blaster in his radio mode, and you can see again that there are some big differences in the paint apps. Mostly the switch from black to gray, where you have some extra paint on the handle, really less paint for the knobs to simulate the toy and the animation a little bit better. Move these guys out of the way for a second. There's a lot more black line work over here. And over on this side, they replaced it with flat gray with the two arrows being pointed red. So again, mainly to make this guy more animation accurate, although the design in general is not exactly animation accurate. Um, on the toy and on the show, this section is kind of offset from the chest, and there's not a dial on the other side. Um, the back is still, you know, somewhat exposed. I don't think one looks any better or worse than the other, but I think these are fine also. It's not that big of a deal that it's not like flush and flat and seamless on the back. I do feel like the solid colors for eject make him look more cassette-like, where this thing just kind of looks like, I don't know. To me, this almost is like one of those um, the label maker cassettes that you stick in. It has like the label tape in it. For some reason, it kind of gives me vibes of that. Um, Also, back in the early 2000s, uh, you had a lot of electronics that had these kind of colors, mostly because the iMacs had this clear domes, and this color, this is the color. This they chose the color, so I'm guessing that wasn't by mistake, or maybe it was, but nevertheless, I do like the solid colors for eject better. And you can still store the gun. I mean, you could do something silly and put the gun on top, make them like a, security mode. And you can also There's lots of ports on the back that you can put the gun, so you can just do all kinds of stuff for storage. You know, make that like a little antenna sticking out the back. And then, you know, you got the door, cassette door, and eject goes in there very well. So, do you need two blasters? Probably not. I, in particular, I'm a big fan of the character, so I'm gonna keep both releases. They're different enough, especially with eject, that they can serve to be, you know, very different display pieces on your shelf. But if you wanted to go one over the other, I kind of like the 86 better. So, you know, tell me what you guys think. Do you prefer these animation colors? Do you like the, you know, darker tones of the initial release? Um, does it even matter? Could you just, you know, pick one and it would be a great release by itself? So that is it for our review. Thanks for watching, and I've got some more videos coming up, so please stay tuned. Thank you, Ken.